Boo!
Did I scare you? Hey, it's been a while. It's been like over a month, 2 months. Jeez, that's quite a bit. I haven't actually made a real video for like over 9 months, so I think I should address that. My bad. I've been busy with school and stuff like that, and I've just been applying to, the usual colleges, scholarships like that. So that is quite exciting. But I think I should address the main purpose of this video, the history of Halloween, and some of its like mythical stuff, mystical entities like the Jack-o'-lantern. But that's another story for another day. I think I should begin talking about how are one of America's and the world's beloved holiday of Halloween became to be. Why do we dress up in weird costumes and do trick or treating, even though it's like an actual threat to society? If you think about it, it's so much risk involved with that. But anyways, history. The history of Halloween would consist of a Celtic tradition of the dead passing through that day, as the Celtics would celebrate this tradition 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 of dressing up in animal pelt and skin and honor the Day of the Dead, which that's pretty commendable. But then, when the Celtics were conquered by the Romans, this would change. It would soon, and the Romans would soon integrate their traditions as of the goddess of. I'm pretty sure it's what, fruit and trees. Yeah, they would incorporate Roman tradition with Celtic tradition, and would have one of Halloween's practices of bobbing apples in Halloween. So this comes to the question: how was Halloween Christianized? Because you would always see this in Halloween, uh, in Halloween costume tradition with the devil and angels and stuff like that. So, and why people don't celebrate Halloween is because it's the day of the devil. That's what some people would say. The reason why they don't celebrate Halloween, and this would happen because of the Catholic Church um, incorporating religion within the holiday, saying it's Halloween is where, of course, the Day of the Dead, but it would be expanded by a pope in the 13th century. Actually, no, in the first century, about all Martyrs Day in the Roman Catholic Church. This would see as All Saints as well as martyrs to be an actual holiday. Christianity, it would with All Souls Day being very similar to how the Halloween was. It would consist of people doing bonfires, parades, and dressing up as saints, angels, and devils, apparently. That's pretty exciting, I guess. And then this Halloween would soon move to America with New England. And because of Protestant beliefs being heavily influential in New England, Halloween became very common within Maryland and the southern colonies of America. Isn't that swell? So, with the different European beliefs and with colonization and stuff, it would soon merge with with Native Americans' belief and customs as well, which that's pretty cool. Yeah, and Jesus, my bad. There would be these parties that where public events would be held and celebrate the harvest, as Halloween was originally done between when summer ended and when harvest was collected. So it was like a transitionary stage between winter and summer. So that's pretty cool, I guess. People doing these play parties would share stories of the dead, tell other people's fortunes, and overall celebrate by dancing and singing. This, however, Halloween wouldn't be celebrated everywhere around the country until in the mid 1800s, where immigrants would flood in, notably Irish immigrants, which would help Halloween be celebrated nationally. Thanks, Irish people. Too bad you guys were persecuted in the first half of America, so that's pretty bad. But you guys did a lot of good. So yeah, that's all about Halloween for now. Now, I think it should be noted for one of the most popular entities in Halloween mythology, if you want to call it that, is Jack and Jack-o'-lantern. Let's talk about that. So, Jack was this Irish drunk that would make deals with the devil, apparently. So, Jack would be rather cunning, per se. His first encounter with the devil would be he would want to be rich, so he made the devil into a coin and he just kept it in his pocket, and he's surrounded with crucifixes. When that time came, when the devil returned back, Jack would plead for his life and ask for one more thing, and that thing would be an apple, which the devil was more cooperative and get the apple from a tree, which Jack, of course, being cunning, he would surround the tree with crucifixes, which would trap the devil right there. Which Jack would avoid death until he drank himself to death. And since he was unable to go to hell because he would surround the devil with crucifixes more than twice, he would be given a light where he would be traveling immortal and until time ends, which it was way too hot for him, so he put this light into a pumpkin, and that's how we got Jack-o'-lantern. That's pretty cool, I guess. And also, I'm recording this on Halloween at 10:30 p.m. right now, so I'm kind of rushing to finish this up. I always had this. I always wanted to do Halloween video, but I just never had the chance to because I've been busy with so much school and stuff like that. Oh yeah, to go on a little bit of a tangent, have you ever thought how weird it is that to celebrate the dead passing over into the real world, we celebrate it by giving out candy and dressing up in weird little costumes? It doesn't really make sense. But anyway, another monster that we're going to talk about is Frankenstein's monster. Of course, Frankenstein's monster is from the book by Mary Shelley, which I read. It's a pretty good book. Should read it. But the synopsis of the story is about Dr. Frankenstein being interested on reviving the dead because his mom died in the beginning, which he would dig up a bunch of body parts and he will bring life to these scrambles of body parts and make Frankenstein's monster. Which the theme of the story here is that humanity is often cruel, rejecting those that look. I'm not sure, but humanity is cruel because Frankenstein's monster would be constantly rejected, despite not doing anything really, but just being a monster. The creation of Dr. Frankenstein, he wasn't sought to be helped. His rejection of humanity, would make him feel lonely and cause him to pen out his rage on one of Victor Frankenstein's loved ones, which would be seen as a problem to Frankenstein. Obviously, he would be almost charged with murder, but he would be given an ultimatum on whether, as he was confronted by his own creation on making his monster a spouse, because Frankenstein was about to get married during that time. But the thing is, he was given this ultimatum would be make his monster a spouse or regret not making it, which he would regret because Frankenstein would abort the project on making Frankenstein his monster a spouse, which later on would lead him a path of misery. And I think what it's trying to tell us is that we are our own downfall. I think that's what the story was about. We make our own downfall up to play because Frankenstein was unable to confront his own self. He was unable to confront his own creation, avoiding it for so long that it would lead him to the path of him losing his sanity. All right, that's a pretty cool story right there for a monster. I think I should do one more story before I have to edit everything and fix all my audio. So, one more story it is. So, we all know about the Grim Reaper, right? The one and only angel of death. The one shrouded in mystery with a black cloak, carrying a scythe so he can harvest the souls from people under death. So, apparently the origins of the Grim Reaper is rather shrouded in mystery, but it's predicted that the image of the Grim Reaper came from the Black Death, which seeing kind of makes sense. People were desperate and miserable during that time. People could only think about the possibility of dying super early because of the bubonic plague, which, of course, would spread a common image of death within 14th century Europe, because what else would you literally think about when everyone around you is, spewing out blood and having these black pusses on them, and it was basically a guarantee that they might die. So, wow, that's pretty fun. So, literally in Ohio, can only in Ohio, bro. But yeah, that was 3 monsters from Halloween mythology and the history of Halloween. I hope you enjoyed. I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, but I couldn't get to it, and I have to make it at the last minute because I want to post it on Halloween. And also because I was super busy with school and scholarships, which fortunately I was able to get accepted to this one program called QuestBridge, which is super great. I've just been working on these essays, these answers, because I would be given full a full ride scholarship plus room and board for 4 years, which is super crazy. I'm trying to get into one of these colleges right now. It's just a matter of chance if I get picked. It's just I get notified in December. I just wanted to tell that because I'm going to go to college next year, which is pretty insane. Because all the time, I didn't realize about what I was doing this whole time. It just feels like a burning memory that I was just in 7th, 8th grade that I first made this channel in 2017, and it's about to be what day? I made this channel in November, and it's going to be. It's 2020. I made my account in 2017. That's what, 5 years ago? That's insane. Thank you on this journey. I'm finally about to advance to adulthood, which is so crazy. I can't think about it. It's just mind-boggling on how much time passed so fast. And although I've been ignoring my channel for a while, I sometimes live stream on Twitch, and I believe I'm going to put this in the description below. And my second channel of Ozarka H2O would be my stream archives, which I've sometimes been streaming for like 8 hours straight because I have nothing to do on my nights. So I recommend that you check it out and support me on that. So thank you for watching. See you later. Probably like next year or something like that, but I might try to make a video when my channel reaches 5 years old. Thank you. And probably like a Thanksgiving, Christmas video. Alright, see ya.